Now we'll see to create a table in CorelDRAW. Okay, here you can find that particular command here in table. The same thing you can find it here in tools. You can find it here. This is the table tool. Okay, so you can simply click here and drag. You can insert number of cells, rows and columns here and drag. You'll get that. See, there are 3 rows. Okay, and there are 4 columns that you can get from here. This is table tool, and we'll see the same kind of tool here. Okay, same kind of tool we'll see here, and we'll try to learn the tools from the table tool from here. Okay, basically both the tools are same. You can but the settings, the most of the settings you can find here, and the tool settings you can find here. So we'll create a table from here now. See, create new table. See, as soon as I click on create new table, another window appears that is for creating a new table. Okay, so here it asks me the number of rows you want. I'll keep it as 5, and number of columns I'll keep it as 10. Okay, the height and width of each the entire table. Okay, I can keep it as 100, and I'll keep it as 50. Okay, click OK. Now what it has done is it has created a table of which the width of which is 50 and height is 100. Okay, I'll delete this and I'll create another table first. So what I'll do is create another table in which I'll keep rows as 5 and number of columns as 10, and height I'll reduce the height. I'll keep height as 200 and increase the width. Okay, I'll keep this as 500. Okay, now you can see I created a table here. So that's going beyond the sheet. Since this is going beyond the sheet, what I'll do is I'll change the page size. I'll select this page size as, increase the page size and select it as A3 and keep it as horizontal. Okay, now since it is going beyond the page, what I'll do is I'll try to reduce the table size. I'll select the entire table and try to reduce the width of that. Keep it as 400. So now the table width I have decreased. Proportionately it has decreased, height and width. If you do not want to decrease the size proportionately, what I can do is I can simply, I'll click here as 300, simply drag my mouse, so it reduces only the width. Now see, the number of rows are 5 now. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The height is 5. The height, whatever the boxes appears, that is 5, and in column that is width 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and that is 10. Okay, 10. Okay, now here if you want to increase the table, if I want to insert some rows or columns here, I can do that from here. See, if I want to increase or decrease the width or height, I can do it from here first. This will keep it as 300. So this is how I can increase or decrease the size. Okay, now to increase the number of columns, if you want to increase the number of rows, suppose these are the rows. If I want to increase that, I can simply increase the figure here. Select the table first, okay, and then increase. See, the number of rows increases. If I want to decrease, I can decrease the number of rows this way. The minimum is 1 we can keep. If I want to increase the columns, I can increase the columns here. See, decrease the column, I can decrease the column here. So background color I can change it from here. So these are the background color. This is the background color. Okay, I can also edit the background fill color from here. Click OK, I can change the background color. Now suppose if I have chosen some dark background color, I could not see the outline in between, the lines in between. So for that I can go here, select all the lines in the table. This is the all I select. I'll increase the line size, width, and take this color to some lighter color, that is red color. Okay, now you can see the line. This is how you can change the line color. Okay, the line strength you can change, the width or line strength you can change it from here. See, now since I have selected only the outside line, so that's the reason it's changing only the outside line. So what I'll do is I'll select the entire all the lines in between the boxes and try to change the line width, the strength you can say. Okay, now I can change the line strength. In the same way, suppose if I want to change only the inside line color or size, I can simply click here inside and change the inside line width, the strength of inside line. This way I can change, and if I want to change the color, change the color of inside line this way. Okay, so if I just want to change just the outside line width or color, I can select this as outside. Here in the border I can change the outline, size and color. Okay, in the same way only the top and bottom line, if you want to change the line strength and color, you can select here the top and bottom and you can change the size. First I change the size, change the color, see only top and bottom. And left and right only if you want to change, you can do that this way. I can do that. This is strength of the line and this is the color of the line. Okay, next is only the top line, only the top line, only the bottom. This is only to change the bottom line. If you click on more, you'll find more color options. You can drag and change the color. And this is left, only the left line, and this is only the right line. Okay, this is how you can change the border line here, and if you want to increase the rows or columns, you can do it from here. Okay, you click on this pen tool here, the outline pen box appears. Okay, from here you can change the line shape. If you want any dotted line type of shape, you can do it here. See, dotted line. So since we have selected only the right, just change only the right dotted. If you select all and try to change the line look, do it from here. See, entire line has been changed to dotted line. This is how you can draw the table and change the look of that. Okay, the next what we'll see in table, insert the rows or columns from here. Okay, now for that what I need to do is, suppose if I want to insert the rows, I simply need to double click on the table first and go on the border of this table. Okay, see, this is the border. If I click the border here, see the entire row gets selected, and go to table, insert row above. So it has selected the entire row and it has put a row above. So let's make it easier to understand. First what I'll do is I'll remove the fill and everything from here. I'll remove the fill, only put the outline. So this is the table, and I'll reduce the number of columns and rows also. Here this is the table now. This I'll keep it as 2 and 2. Rows and columns I'll keep it as 2. Okay, now what I'll do is I'll try to insert the rows. Rows means this is called row. Okay, first what I need to do is need to double click the table and see the arrows. You see this which appears. You need to click on that on the row where you want to insert. Okay, double click the table and just see here I want to insert. Here on the I'll select that entire row here. Go to table, insert. If you want the row to be above the table, I'll click above. So the table, it has inserted a row above here. Okay, the same way if you want to insert the row below the selection, it has inserted a row. In table again, insert to the left. So it has inserted 2 rows into the left. If you want a single row, what I need to do is I need to select this particular row column here, and this way I can column. If I select left, it will insert a column in the left. In the same way, if I insert the column to the right, the column is inserted to the right. Okay, that is insertion of rows or column. This is to bring up a insertion window. Okay, so here that you can find it here. Insert rows. So insert row window appears. How many rows you want to insert, that number of rows you can put it here. If you want that above the selection, you can select this, or below the selection you can select any. So click OK. It has. Just remember the rows and columns. Okay, so what is row and what is column, you need to understand that first thing, then only you can properly insert or delete select the rows. Okay, so that you can find it here in table, create new table. See, these are number of rows. The columns is the horizontal part and the rows is the vertical part. See, I'll keep this rows as 5 as I click, and keep and columns as 1. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5. This is the vertical part is called rows and horizontal part is called columns. So rows is 1 2 3 4 5 and column is 1 single column. Okay. So suppose if I want to insert rows or columns here, I can simply, I need to double click first and go to table here and then click on. See, again the commands are not active because I haven't selected any from where I want to insert the rows. So I need to select the column first. So I need to double click and through this arrow I need to select the boxes. Then I can insert the row. See, above, insert the row below. Okay. Column, if you want to appear, I need to select the boxes this way, the vertical way. Insert to the left or to the right. Okay. If you want to select any individual box and you want to select insert the row, what I can do is simply double click the entire table and try to drag my mouse within this box. Okay. See this plus sign where it appears. Again I'll show you. I'll first select the table, double click on it. I'll go to any of the box here and see any of the box. Inside the box, the text icon appears. My mouse icon changes to text icon. Then I simply drag my mouse from one end to the other end inside the box. See, this particular box has been selected now. Now if I try to insert, see, it has inserted the row. Insert columns, the column. Okay, this way also I can insert the rows or columns. Next is selection. If I click on select rows, it select the entire box. In table, if I click the column,